All right. I think that it's time. Ooh. Do some painting. Hello. Hopefully the microphone doesn't sound too weird. I had to do a bit of a weird setup to be able to have the microphone in speaking distance without being in the way of the painting setup. Hello, One Mario Bro, as always. Welcome. Alright, let's... I think I'm gonna switch over to a different track for our actual painting. Let's... Yeah. Let me know if the music is loud enough to be nice and ambient without being overpowering. Let me know if the music needs bumped up a bit more. I have it a bit low. Let me know if you want a little bit more of that Destiny Island sound. Is that good? The volume of my voice is probably going to vary slightly. Just because as I do the art stuff and as I like look toward chat, I'm just gonna be facing sort of away from the microphone, so Pingies, my Ubies. Oh, is the music good now? Is it alright? Like I said, the music... What the fuck? Is this not actually a looping version? Hold on a minute. It's... Destiny Island 10 hours, my butthole. It plays the Destiny Island sample for 1 minute, it fades it out and fades it back in. That ain't a loop, buddy. That ain't a loop YouTube video. Destiny Island theme. 3 hours? Is there a 3-hour version? Someone make a nice long one? Oh, come on. Has nobody made, like, a looping Destiny Island? Come on. Looping? I want to live on that good island. Okay. We'll do this, we're gonna do this 15-minute version, and I guess I'll just have to restart it every 15 minutes. Ah, yeah. And we're getting them good island feels right now, that good island feeling. Mega Mellow. You've seen, he's talking about Magnamalo. You've seen him on Mario Bro. He's the guy that's got like the sort of samurai helmet looking horns on his head. I'm all phlegmy today because I ate ice cream. I made mint chocolate chip ice cream and it was very delicious, but it made me phlegmy. Okay, so streaming on the correct night this week. Well, last week was special circumstances. This week is normal and there's no special circumstances. We are going to work on one Mario Bros. Art commission. You can sort of vaguely see the line work. You guys can see it somewhat. It's a little light. The camera doesn't pick it up super well for you guys, but nonetheless. And do a little fan art. You're super excited? I'm glad. Now, I'm excited too because I got this cute little palette of Winsor & Newton watercolors. And this just super cute little carrying travel case. And it came with its own little teeny tiny paintbrush. And it's cool because the paintbrush, you can take it apart and just like put the brush part. It's hard to do without like switching up the brush. But essentially you can put this cover on the brush part, and then it just like closes up and makes the brush all like travel size. It's so cute. It's so cute. Little travel size thing. The only problem though is that this set did not come with black paint. And I did order some, but well, first I ordered it from Amazon and they sent me the wrong color. And so I was like, okay. So I ordered it again. So I don't have black paint, so I won't be able to completely finish Honey Woman here because she does have black in her design. So I won't be able to completely finish her until that comes in the damn mail. Oh, you need to figure out something to commission from me. I'll draw you whatever you want. Do I have a concealed paintbrush permit? Shh. Don't squeal. Alright. I've also bought, along with the paints, I bought these. I've been on the lookout for waterproof, like felt tip style pens. Because there's like a billion like fine liner pens. I actually have some. There's like a billion waterproof fine liner pens. I have like the Sharpie brand fine liners that are waterproof. And then I have the super nice... I have the Sakura Micron fine liner pens that are also waterproof. I got them all in size 05. But I really like a thick line. I like a thick line. But so often, like, you can't find really, like, marker or, like, felt tip pens really that come like in a waterproof form. And so I was really excited. I think I just saw someone post about them on Twitter or something about these they're the Tombow Fudenosuke pens that are actually designed for writing like kanji and, you know, Japanese characters. But are waterproof and come in colors. Because that's the thing. You can find like felt tip or like thicker pens in black that are waterproof. But I really like to use colored line art because I think it's more interesting. So I got these guys. They're waterproof and they're really neat. We're probably not going to be using that many colors though, because Honey Woman is only black and yellow, and well, she's got some blue on, so we'll use a little bit. So it might not be the most exciting use of these pens, but we'll at least get as much of her done as we can tonight. Need to pull up her picture in a way I can look at it at the same time, looking at all of you. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, the camera is mirrored for you guys, so you can it looks obviously the text is backwards for you, unfortunately. I can't do anything about that because the way the webcam is set up, it is upside down. And so I have to have it flipped vertically. And I guess that makes it... Does that make it mirrored? Would it be mirrored if it wasn't flipped? I don't know. I don't care. Yeah, breaking all the art rules. Alright. Yes, the set of markers does have black. I was thinking, though, I'm not sure if I want to use... Well, I was going to use black for outline, and I think I actually might use one of my other Sakura pens for that, but maybe I'll use this guy, because these are a pretty fine line, considering they are felt tip. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this at all. You guys can't even tell. It looks like nothing to you guys, huh? But it is like a felt tip pen, like marker type pen. And it actually does a pretty fine line. And like even these guys are like, if these are good I think for interior lines, but I like to put a thick outline over the whole drawing, so I might actually use one of my thicker pens for that one. Buy a microscope shows for real. Okay. Now my favorite type of pen to use, and I wish that these guys came in more colors. I think that maybe they come in a couple, but the Sakura graphic ones in the... God, I'm showing you like the text like you can see it, but it says Pigma Graphic, Sakura brand Pigma Graphic 1, and it's number 1 size. And this is my favorite like thickness of line. Like I wish I could get a billion colors in this in this size. Like I really wish they made those. Yeah, the paint is probably gonna be here sometime next. Oh. Hold on. How do you say that? Melanie Egliani. Oh, yes. Oh. Well, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't even started actually doing anything yet. Because I am slightly nervous. I've never done art performatively in front of people before ever in my life. Other than times where, you know, when you're in high school and you're drawing and some kid will come up to you and be like, "Oh my god, will you draw me?" It's actually especially weird because the binder or the spiral of the notebook is on this side. This is my, since it's mirrored for you, like this is my right hand because I'm right-handed. The way I had to transfer the image onto the watercolor paper, because I sketch it on regular paper first, and here I can actually show you that. Yeah, here's the sketch in my regular notebook. And then I have a light table that just before the stream I transferred it over. I traced it over to watercolor paper using my light table. But because of the way like the spirals lined up though on these notebooks, I couldn't do it on this side of the paper like I normally would want to. I had to do it on this side so the spirals wouldn't overlap and make it hard for the pages to lay flush. I'm sure that's very interesting. It's not interesting to you guys at all. But it makes it annoying. I hate having the spirals on my right side because it like blocks me. Annoying. This guy is, hold on. This guy is waterproof, right? All the Sakura stuff generally is waterproof. Yeah, and this over here, sort of off camera, underneath my paints here, this is a scrap piece of watercolor paper that I just use to like test colors on and stuff. Are you waterproof after you dry fully? Yeah, let's do a test actually. Let's do a live test. What I like about these guys, they can do a really thin line if you do it on the tip, or like a kind of thicker line if you write on the side. Because that's how it makes it like effective for writing kanji, apparently. Is that you can, that variation in thickness for the calligraphy of kanji apparently is desirable in writing utensils. Alright. You guys both waterproof? Looks like this guy takes longer to dry, actually, so maybe I should just use the Tombow. Yeah, I used to use this guy a lot for when I would color with Prismacolor markers, which I do still have a bajillion of. But I've kind of taken to watercolors a little more recently, just because I hated when you're, like, using Prismacolors and you just don't have the color you need. And you just have to sit there and be like, okay, I guess I have to just make it a different color. Which for commissions is not always good because sometimes people are very particular about how they want things to look. Okay, let's actually like do the art now. I have to kind of lean away from the mic, so you guys have to tell me if you can still hear me while I'm actually doing the drawing. You love the sketch mostly because it's easier to see. Well, yeah. I promise you, they look exactly the same. This one's just lighter, so it doesn't show up as strongly. Because when I sketch dark. I, like, press on the paper like an idiot. And you're not supposed to sketch like that, but I do. And that's why I bought a light table. Is so that I can take the sketch and turn it into clean lines. You gonna see my head? Hopefully you can still sort of hear me. Can you hear me if I'm over here? Ah, well. Part line. What I'm gonna do? Oh god, did it already run out? Replay. Music replay. We're good. You guys seeing my scalp? Hold on. See my bun? And my hair in a half bun. Yeah, I'm also concerned that this is just gonna look like nothing to you guys, because I'm worried like my head is gonna completely cover it, because I like get so close to the paper usually when I do this, because I just want my back to die, I guess. I'm worried you guys are just only gonna see the back of my head and not be able to hear me, because like if I was to lean as close in as I normally do, my head would be beneath the microphone and I'd be speaking directly into the paper. And that's probably bad. And I got the bun. Now, the first thing I'm doing is I like to give an outline to the whole drawing with just one color. I don't always do this, but I decided for the style for these commissions, I just was going to do it like that. Makes it easier. Because I like to do, when the drawing is finished, I like to kind of thicken the outside line, and it's just easier to do that when it's all one color, so you don't have to keep switching colors and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna do the whole outer outline all one color, and then fill in the inner lines with appropriate colored line art, depending on what the color of the body part is. Dang it, did the music stop again? What? It really does just fade in and out, doesn't it? Even this video does, I didn't notice it. Is there really no looping forever version of Destiny Island? Fine, then I'm gonna go back to the 10-hour video then. Let me know if the music volume is okay. I really like a thick outer line that outlines the lines on the center. Why in the world? Why is there not an infinite looping version of this song? Why? I think there would be. There's an infinite looping Traverse Town video. Well, wait a minute. You guys say it's still playing for you, isn't it? You know what? Might be. Because my earbuds are very bad. These earbuds have been, like, dying for several weeks. Yeah, I hate that. I can hear... One of them is worse than the other. And there's one of them... Yeah, I can hear the music in literally one of my earbuds, and not the other one. People love the Destiny Island song. I mean, people like Traverse Town more, for sure. Or Traverse Town. I always want to say Traverse Town, but it's not. The word traverse is the word that it is. People love Traverse Town more, for sure, because it's a fucking banger, but... Everyone loves the Destiny Island music. Loves it. I need some new headphones badly. Some new earbuds. Actually, I think I may have a spare pair of earbuds somewhere, but I gotta dig them out. Ugh. These guys really suck ass. They're just... I've had them for a while now. And I also sleep with them in, because I fall asleep listening to podcasts, so... I think I roll all over them and stuff, and so they've been breaking slowly over time. Outline them pingies. Look at them fingies. The nice thing about doing the outline too is if you screw up at all, you don't have to worry that badly since you're gonna make the outline thicker later. So if you have to like go over a spot a couple times to correct it and it gets a little thicker, it's fine. It's gonna be thickened later, it'll hide it. There you have it, there's your outer line. You love how chibi I made her? Well, thank you. Drawing chibis, I think, is the basis of really every artist's career, probably. I think every artist on Earth started out doing chibi commissions on DeviantArt, probably. You know what's something weird that I've been thinking about recently? Is how there's like a certain generation of people, like probably about like maybe a little bit older than me, like when people really started going on the internet and like kind of organizing fandoms and stuff, is like there's just a generation of people where suddenly everybody had an OC. Like, if you try to talk to somebody over, like, 45 about your OC, they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But when, like, my generation is, like, elderly, we're gonna be in retirement homes, sitting at, you know, sitting around the table with, you know, other old people, and we're all just gonna be drawing each other's OCs. Like, there was one time I was stuck in traffic with my dad. We were just sitting in the car for a really long time. We were just talking about whatever. And I ended up... I don't know how we started talking about it, because I ended up mentioning, like, OCs to my dad. And he had, like, didn't understand the concept. I was trying to explain, like, it's a character that you make up. That it's your original character. And you just draw them or write about them or whatever a lot. And and he was like, okay, Thinking back, I probably could have explained it like, I probably could have explained it to him like like some people use, you know, their MMO characters as like OCs. He probably would have understood that. He is 1 trillion level cap characters in WoW, so, and so he could probably understand it from that perspective. Yeah, every character you've ever seen in anything is someone's OC. Every character that exists was just an OC until someone actually made a media with them. A media of some kind. Trying to think of what color I should line her eyelashes with. I love lining a colored lash. But since... I don't know. What Mario Bro, would you prefer her eyelash line, so like the sort of outlining bit of her, like the top and side of her eye, would you rather it just be plain black? I could make it like blue to match her eyes and to match like the gem. I could make it like a really dark blue. You want it to be more interesting? Use black still? Okay. You're gonna see me like fucking twisting and spinning this thing DJ turntable style the whole time, trying to get... I always try to make sure I get good purchase on my line, get good leverage. And then her actual eyeballs are blue. What shade is this blue? I haven't actually used this blue from this set yet. This blue's a bit light. Need a darker. A bit of a dark blue. Yeah, you gotta twist. This is something I actually learned back in art school. Well, not at art school. At like in art class in high school. That you want to try to keep your lines. You want to like kind of keep your lines in line with your wrist. See, your wrist bends naturally like this. You want to generally always be pulling lines towards you. I mean, not everybody. Like, sometimes you push a line away. Sometimes you go like this, and it's fine. But generally, the most natural way for your wrist to move is to pull a line towards you like that. You don't want to do like this, because that's like you're losing a lot of control and having to, like, move your wrist or use, like, your elbow in a weird way. So that's why you want to rotate it, so you're always pulling lines towards you, or pushing them away from you. I only would recommend that in small bursts, because you don't have as much control pushing away as you do pulling toward. That's what my high school art teacher taught me. I paid attention. Oh yeah, are there any differences in terms of like coloring or anything between the... Because you sent me just like the reference picture of the actual like art from the Mega Man art book. Is there anything in particular that varies here. Like, would you prefer her eyes to be black over blue? I can do that. I'll do whatever you want. You paid the money. You pay the money for it, so you get whatever you want. Yeah. That's the thing what I want to do for the white parts. I was thrilled that this set had gray. I was so happy this set had a gray pen. I was like, oh yes. You'd want them black? Alright. Go away, blue pen. Sorry, not today. Or actually, wait, yes today, blue pen. Because blue pen, you're gonna do the... You're gonna do it way here. I have to draw something very round. Let's see if I do it right. Not too shabby. A circle. Mm. What do I want to do for the yellow part? I usually use... What is this color called? I think this color's sepia? Does it actually not say on it? What does it actually say? Does it actually list the color? Well, the set comes with several shades of brown, which I'm like, oh yeah! And the lightest one is kind of a nice goldish that I use to line like skin tones. I think it might be good for the yellow too. Look at that little mouth. Ah. Do you want her eyebrows put in? I can put some eyebrows in. Yeah, because I know your drawings usually have eyebrows. Put some eyebrows on, like, when you want to sort of like down pointed to give her like a kind of a spunky sort of look. Is that good? You see the eye? Can you see it at all? Yeah, you could kind of see it. You could add that. Is that good? Do you like it? I won't ink it until you tell me you like it. You'd rather no eyebrows? Sure. Yep. Actually, no. Another thing I learned, I actually learned this in high school. We had a class that was just called tech class. It was sort of like a general class where you learned how to do like technical drawing, but then also like woodworking and other things. And one thing I learned from the technical drawing class is that you don't blow on your piece of paper to get eraser shavings off. You get a little brushy, you give it a little like this. You go a little, and just use a big paintbrush. Because I have a big old cup of paintbrushes right here, so. Yeah, because then you don't spit all over your paper. There you can see her face. There she is. Do all the other yellow parts. I know some of the, like this line is gonna touch the black of the upper arm, so we'll see if I just end up relining that in black. We'll see. I might. What we'll do is the inner part is blue. Use the dark. Oh yeah, and the wings are blue. And hand is torso's yellow. And let's see. Everything else is black, I think. Stripey. Leg. Baby's got legs. Right. I believe that's probably everything. Alright. There she is, folks. All lined up, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anything. Always double check. Oh. Just forgot this tiny line. That teeny tiny line. This teeny tiny line right there. To show that her thing, her little bee flap is flapped over. You guys can't even tell it's a different color, I don't think. Alright. And we'll just let that sit for a sec, make sure everything gets all nice and dry. And we'll erase. The one thing I don't like about this set of markers is that this container is not intuitive. Like, I wish it came... I have a bunch of sets of markers that come in, like, a super nice container like this, where the back pops out and it, like, snaps back, so you can just set it up like that, and it's really nice, and they all have, like, nice slots, and they don't, like, fall all over. I don't like that these guys, like, once you open it, they're just like, ugh. I don't like that. Oh, hi, Clenodev. Welcome. Love the stash, thank you. It's because I'm an artiste tonight. I don't like, even if you, like, hold them upside down and kind of shake them to try to get them to fall into place. The pen caps don't even really always, like, turn around and sink into the little indentations. That's annoying. That's my one and only complaint. Otherwise, I think these pens are actually just very lovely. I think these actually are really sick, and I'd recommend them highly. You get a lot of line weight control with them, which I like a lot. But it's an annoying case. You have to get a separate pencil case or something to hold them in. Alright. Let's get erasing. Luckily, though, using this method, where I use a light table to just transfer over a very lightly sketched version of the piece, you only have to erase very lightly. There's not a lot of pencil marks to get rid of. Which is good, because when you erase, you lose a little bit of color in any inks you put down. It scrapes a little of the ink color off, and you don't like that. You want it to stay real vibrant. You don't want to erase hard. Then you sweep all of the eraser shavings right into your lap. There you go. There you go. Pencil coming. Let's see. Now I do tend to like to, just as a guideline for myself when I'm painting, and I'll draw very light guideline of where the white of the eyeball ends, because I don't outline the whole eyeball. I just leave it, I let the color division show where, like, the limits of the white of the eye are. So I like to draw a little guideline just to make sure I don't accidentally paint. Which I use as a spell. Yeah, I eat the delicious, delicious shavings. But right into the mouth. Okay. And there we go. There she is, folks. Alright. Now, we're gonna do the fun first part of what you do before you start watercoloring. Is we have to lay our, God, what is this actually called? I always heard it called, like, masking fluid. Brand says drawing gum on it. But, yeah, I always heard it called masking fluid. And it's the stuff that you use where if you have white spaces in your drawing that you want to make sure you don't get paint on, this is what you use to make sure you don't get paint on it. What you gotta do, at least for this kind that I use, you take your brush soap. I also have a special, I guess since you guys can't read it, it says, the Master's Brush Cleaner and Preserver. I actually just once, whenever a local art store, in the city closed down a couple years back, which was very sad, but they had a big old clearance where they were just getting rid of everything. And I just happened to see this, like, brush cleaner stuff, and it was, like, really, you know, they had it, like, super cheap because they were literally closing down. And I just bought some, just because it was cheap. And man, I've never used a brush-specific cleaner, which artists would probably be like, what the fuck do you mean? I always just use, like, fucking hand soap to clean out brushes, and you're not supposed to do that. Because it leaves a lot of, like, residue in your brushes, and that's what it makes them fray and get all shitty over time. And that's why my brushes used to get all shitty all the time. When you use actual brush soap, it makes them last longer, and it's very good for them, for your brushes, so consider getting some. Yeah, this brand, I've just continued to purchase it since I had that one time that I bought it just offhandedly. I liked it so much, I just kept using it. I don't know if there's better brands or whatever out there. I've never really looked. I'm just like, I like this one. Okay, so you want to get it all soapy. You want to get your brush wet, and you get it real soapy, and then just kind of wipe the excess soap off on, like, a paper towel. Because that's gonna protect your brush from the drawing gum while still being able to apply the fluid. Let's see in there. It's some weird blue stuff, and I always think it smells kind of fishy. Like a mix of, like, fishy and plasticky. I don't know. It's a weird chemical smell. Is the container made of wood? No, it's just like a tan plastic. So, first thing I always need to mask out. That eye highlight in there. There you go. You got your eye highlight. That's important because it's so little. That's hard to, like, try to paint around an eye highlight when you're coloring in the eyes. So I always just mask it out, so I don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I mask out the whole white of the eye. Maybe I should do that just to be safe. I only sometimes do it. Other times I'm like, it'll be fine. Like so. Now you see the full white of that eye is now had the masking fluid applied. Oh, I bumped the microphone with my glasses. I hope that didn't sound bad. There we go. And we got the whites of our eyes blacked out there. Now, for the most part, everything else that's just white is pretty, like, it's outlined, so I'm not too worried about accidentally painting onto those parts. Now we have to consider what parts... It looks perfect? Excellent. Now we have to consider what parts are going to be shiny that we want highlights to be on. I don't know if anything's gonna be so shiny that I want like a white highlight. Maybe the wings, because they're lighter colored. Just like a... I'm trying to think if the highlight should run parallel to like the very top or run parallel to like the side here. What would look better? I'm trying to imagine it. You wouldn't say her wings are shiny? Okay. Yeah, for the shininess of, like, the black parts... I don't know, do you want them to have, like... Because the masking fluid is essentially to keep that part of the paper protected, so it would be white. But for the black and yellow parts, I would probably not want them to stay white. I'd probably want them to be just like a light gray and then like a light yellow. Well, what I can do is I can block out the highlights, and then later when I remove the gum, when I remove the masking fluid, I can always put the lighter color on then. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Because I tend to only really want to, like, make highlights really white if, like, it's a very light color in the first place, or if it's something that's, like, supposed to be extremely shiny. Generally, I want the highlights to just be a lighter color. But we can block those out and then just color them with a lighter color kind of later. I could do it in the process, though. That's the thing. That's the thing with, like, especially since I'm pretty new to watercolor, of thinking, like, I could just give it, you know, give any piece a light wash and then just, like, actually highlight around the area at the time when I'm painting. Like, I don't necessarily have to block it out. Which maybe is what I'll do. Maybe I will do it like that. Okay. I think that's all the actual white will block out. Alright. So now, I'll wipe away the excess of your masking fluid on your paper towel. Get in there with that soapy again. Rinse your guy off in your little jar of water. Yeah. Get in there extra good. Clean that boyo out. Good to go. Alright. And our masking fluid is probably mostly dry. Mostly dry. Alright. Now we can actually start doing the painting part. Let's hope I don't fuck it up super bad. As you can see, my mixing area is already stained with colors that I left in there and had to hastily wash off just before the stream. Yeah, like I said, I don't have any black, so we're only gonna be really doing our yellow and blue parts, and I guess brown parts tonight. This palette does not have black. We've got white, brown, a different brown, mustardy color, warm green, cool green, sunny yellow, sort of a golden yellow, kind of bright poppy red, like orangey, a more regular, like red, blue, and then intense blue. Which I think is overkill. I ordered a half pan of black, and I think I'm gonna replace this intense blue with that, because I'm like, I don't need an intense blue and also a regular blue. Like, I think that a regular blue is fine. I didn't need intense blue, too. Like, the color is literally called intense blue, I think. And I was like, I'd rather just have black. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's mix our yellow. What we're gonna use a little bit in between these two yellows. The paint, yeah. Paint and frame. Let's mix a little bit of our golden and sunny yellow together. Get a little of a honey-y color. Now, I'm very new to using watercolors. I only just ordered this palette, actually, like, last week. And before then, because I was like, I don't know if I want to commit to buying watercolors if I'm not really gonna use, like, because I buy a lot of art supplies that then I don't have time to actually do the arts and crafts that I purchased. And so I didn't want to commit to, like, actually buying, like, nice watercolors, so I was... If any of you have followed my social media, you've probably seen me post, like, I drew this with Crayola watercolors, because I did. I went and I bought the $1 Crayola... I think it was actually off of, like, store brand, not even Crayola brand, I think is one of the ones I bought. Yeah, just a shitty brand, just to, like... see if I could consistently use them to prove to myself that, like, yes, I am interested in using watercolor. And after a while, especially because I was like, I want to do commissions and stuff, I was like, I'll buy some real watercolors. The Crayola ones, though, not bad. I mean, probably if you're doing, like, real complex stuff, they're not amazing, probably. If you're trying to do some fucking techniques, but if you're just laying, like, flat colors for, like, a character illustration like this, you do worse. It's alright. Little sunniness to this yellow, just a little bit. Yeah, I really like too that this palette is like, I think it was called like a pocket box, I think is what it was called, the Winsor & Newton like pocket box or something like that. Because it's meant to be like a travel size box where you know, take it on to go to paint on the go. Presumably to go out there and paint from life. I was thinking like, man, now that I'm vaccinated, I want to do that. I want to go out to the park or something and draw some plants that I see at the park. I just want to draw some junk that I go out and see. That'd be cool as hell. Just taking my teeny tiny little paint set, getting a little teeny tiny notebook, like a watercolor, you know, notebook. Just go to the park and do some watercolor. That'd be so fun. I want to do that. Okay. Test this on the test page. Too bright. I think maybe I brightened it a little too much. A little bit back toward the golden side, just a smidge. I think we'll be alright. Yum, 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 yum. Alright. I think this is our yellow. Oh yeah, I think that's good. Alright, we've got our yellow. Let's lay some color. I have to do this in a way where I make sure I don't like block the camera with my head. Yellow! There you go, she's yellow. The helmet? It's yellow. That's, and then her big glove. Glove. This is why you guys will never see me do plushie commissions on stream. When I'm working, it's like I don't have anything to talk about. Just like actually trying to pay attention to doing a good job, you know. There's one. I think that I might want to have a big highlight sort of coming down the side of her skirt. So maybe we will wait for those to dry a little bit and we can dab a little color away to make our highlight. I think that's all the yellow parts. Yep, I think so. So now we can... Well, we wait for those to dry. It makes a little bit of blur. Blur. Let's see. So her little jewel on her chest is a real... primary, like a dark primary blue color, which is pretty much what this already is. I don't even know if I have to mix anything. We definitely want this part to have a highlight, so we're gonna do very light. Little bit of color. Very light. We'll just let that dry a little bit. And we can also he wanted her eyes black, so we're not gonna do blue for those. Oh, welcome back. She's so cute in yellow. I'm glad you think so. highlight. There we go. She's got a blue gem, with a little highlight in it. I think that's what I'm gonna do with the blacks too, is I'll probably just kind of manually paint the little highlight in like that, rather than masking it out. Nice job for the highlight, thank you. Watercolors are pretty easy to control. It's pretty easy to lay color in that kind of way to leave little highlighted spots and stuff. It's not too hard. I mean, this, I'll tell you, I have like a jillion lights pointed, well, I have 2 lights pointed at this damn desk right now, and it looks so dark on screen. Or at least on my screen. Like, the stream looks so dark compared to like what it looks like in actuality. I don't know how to make it look nicer, I guess, other than buying like a better webcam, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh yeah, for anybody watching who is maybe interested in either purchasing an art commission or just being kind, and if you feel generous, like donating in general, we do have a new donation goal up to buy a new air conditioner for my house, because the one we have is more than 10 years old and definitely has some mold in it. Last year we just bleached the whole damn thing out, but it's the sort of thing where I'm like, probably should just get a new air conditioner. So so yeah, if anybody is interested in either purchasing an art commission, if you are interested in that, type exclamation point art into the chat and you will get a link to my commission form. I breathed in spit. It's not hot here yet. Not quite, but I was, we've been thinking about getting a new air conditioner since last summer. We were hoping to get a new one this year, but, you know, if y'all have watched the stream before, you know that the boyfriend lost his job back in 2020, so put a lot of household things that we were going to buy kind of on hold. So, all right, actually, one Mario Bro, I'll give you I'll give you this one. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about setting up a donation cap for you, let's say. How do you feel about being permitted to donate your donation cap being a maximum of $100 per month? Not saying you have to donate $100 per month, but just that, you know, if you've hit $100 in the month, you're not allowed to donate again until the next month. I was thinking about that. I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta put a leash on this guy. So I think that's what I'm gonna hold you to. Any of the other money, if you hit that cap in a month and you still feel like you want to donate money to me, then you can go to your local humane society and donate that money to them. How about that? But yes. So yeah. If anybody out there watching wants to help me get a new air conditioner, please consider getting an art commission or just donating at streamlabs.com/ultra_pancake/tip. The link is on screen. Oh, the goal is 100 and... What did I put it to? I think the goal is 170? I looked up how much the air conditioner I wanted was just before the stream. Yeah, 170 says. There we go. Alright, so let's take a little color out of yellow parts or highlight. Can I tell you guys what the cool thing about watercolor is? That watercolor lets you erase. Right now, I just laid down some unpigmented water. Just some plain water onto the area that I want the highlight to be. And I'm gonna let it sit there for a minute. Thank you for your monthly $100, One Mario Bro. You know, really, I do appreciate that, honestly, because we definitely need a new air conditioner badly. The one we have is fucking nasty. Oh, that's... You guys are not gonna be able to tell at all, huh? What is that emote of? I love emotes that are just like some guy's head. I love that. Yeah, the cool thing about watercolor is you can just lay a little water on and let it absorb up the paint in that spot where you laid the water. And you can soak that water up and the paint will come right with it. And it's really cool. So it's so with watercolor, if you make a big mistake, a big oopsie, you can actually usually undo it all right. I'll be sure to pay you next week. No! This is it for the month. You don't get to donate any more money until June. Wait. Yes, it's May now. So June. That's all you get! That's all I get? Whatever. If you want to spend any more money on me, you gotta pay me for a good or service like everyone else. You guys probably can't really see. You can kind of see that there's now a whitened area right there along the side of the dress. You can kind of see it. It's more noticeable in real life, I promise. Yeah, and that lightened area will be just like the little bit of a highlight on the dress. Yeah, it gives a more like diffused, subtle looking highlight. It won't have like a hard line. Yeah, it works. Alright, what else do we got left here? Oh yeah, we gotta do her skin. Bitch has got skin. We gotta put some skin on her. Oh yeah, do you want her to have the blue eyeshadow that like the art book reference picture has. I know you don't normally draw her with eyeshadow, so... Do you want that included or no? You do, but only when her eyes are closed. Okay. 'Cause I could put, like, just a tiny bit, like, right... I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing. I could put, like, a tiny bit of eyeshadow showing. Like, I would put it just essentially right here. It'd be, like, between where the corner of her eye here is and the top of the helmet. It would just be, like, a little peek of it. Do you want that or no? It is up to you what you would prefer. Yeah, you want that little peek? Alright. Alright, do a little peekaboo of eyeshadow, but we'll do the skin first. Now, because I haven't used this palette a ton yet, I'm not super... I haven't super gotten a hang of how to get, like, mix a skin color, so this might take a minute to get the right shade. Weirdly, when I would use the Crayola watercolors, I can mix a skin color pretty fast on there, like, wham bam, thank you ma'am. Just a little bit of red, orange, yellow, and brown skin color, no problem. But in this one, the colors that it, like, provides, I think are a little... And the red's also very strong. I always accidentally put too much red because it's really strong. If I can give her the little cheek marks? Which little cheek marks? Does the one on your drawing have little cheek marks? Let me pull it up. Oh, no. Oh, blush marks? Yeah, I could do that. Okay. I pulled up your drawing just like little, yeah, they're just little sort of slightly orangier than skin tone ovals, right? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I made a little palette of what all my paint colors look like. As you can tell, you know, the actual way the paint looks in the pan is not always what it comes out to once water gets in there, and you know, it lightens it up a lot. I think I'm gonna add a little red brown probably. Little bit of red brown. Alright, let's see if this... Bring over the test page so you guys can see. Oh, can you tell what piece I was working on last time I used this test page? There's a lot of purple and orange on here. any of you follow me on Twitter, you probably know. Bit too orange, I think. Yeah, this girl's pretty... a pretty pale complexion. Wants to be a little bit more yellowy, I think. Everybody, hold the phone. We have a guest. Oh. Oh, baby. This is Minty. She's a little dookie baby. You can see my printer over there. Rarely do I get a nice visit from her like this. Oh, she's in a good mood. Normally I'm getting bites. Where's Clinodev when you need him? He's missing this good cat content. Oh, you can see my jammy pants. My pajamas pants. Oh, now I gotta make sure the camera's in. That looks kind of right. Yeah, Clinodev, he missed it. His favorite thing is when Minty shows up on stream, and is he here when she actually shows up? No. That was so strange. Normally she doesn't come over and, like, be nice to me. Normally she doesn't want to have anything to do with me, and if I touch her, I get the bites. Come sit. And now she's lost interest completely. She cared for 1 second, and that's all she had in her. Nah, just to... Generally, I get, like, one... Well, really, what'll happen is if I just, like, ignore her for a really long time... Like, or if I'm working, every so often she'll just come over and she'll let me pet her like a couple times, and then that's it, and then she's out for the rest of the day. Oh, she doesn't like me very much. In general, animals tend to not really like me. I think my personality is a bit abrasive for most animals. I think I give off an anxious vibe to animals. They can tell... They can tell that I just want to hug and kiss them a bunch, and they don't like it. Oh yeah, I was actually watching a streamer I follow. Well, you know, I was watching Pat formerly from the Best Friends. He was playing RE8. Like, he actually has an early copy of it, so he started playing it today. I watched a little bit of the beginning of it. See, I think that one now ended up a little too yellow. Maybe I really do need to, like, brown out this skin tone a little bit. I just, like, once I work out the best, like, ratio to make a skin tone with these colors, I just need to spend a whole day, like, trying to figure it out simply. Then I can just bam, 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 play the color, no prob, and make a skin tone every time. I think that's too... I see that's too yellowy. Maybe there's just a super delicate balance between the yellow and orange here. Maybe it's just because, like, since doing it with Crayola watercolors, the colors are not very strong, generally. So maybe it is just easier to mix, like, a subtle color with colors that are very weak in pigment. Maybe. That's okay. A little bit more red in there. I think we're getting there. Yeah, no, the whole game is not out. Pat just got like he got an early copy from Capcom. As much as that would be very funny for Capcom to add the big lady into Monster Hunter, I don't know how likely that actually is. Like, I don't think they'd make an actual separate character model. They only do that if it's something that you're gonna actually, like, wear. And they probably couldn't make you dress like the big lady because you wouldn't be big enough. I think that works. I mean, the colors don't look like fucking anything to you guys, so I can't ask y'all's opinion. I think that's an alright color. I would like to see, though, another Resident Evil collab. The first, like, with the one they did in World was kind of interesting, but it was actually a really hard fight because of the weird mechanic they invented for it. And so I actually don't think I beat it either, because I kind of forgot about it. Because it was like, they added like a zombie mechanic to this one monster's fight where you could turn into a zombie, and it was like a whole thing. But it made the fight really hard, because you, like, when you got turned into a zombie, it made you all fucked up. It made the fight super hard. I put a little too much water. There we go. Oh, sorry, I had to concentrate. Painting skin is always, like, kind of the most important thing that you really gotta make sure you don't fuck it up. That's something that'll make a character look really messed up, is if you fuck up doing their skin, it'll make them look all jacked up. Yeah, I forget what exactly the turning into a zombie mechanic was in World. So I only did the fight a couple times. But it just like gave... Yeah, it gave you just some kind of like... debuff. Forget. You can ask Henry next time we do a Monster Hunter stream. He remembers, surely. That's her only skin, huh? Is her face. Yeah, I don't need to... I mixed all this skin color. Now let's just kind of make the nose a little darker. I mixed a little bit of I added a little bit more brown and a little bit more red. I want it to be a little browner, a little pinker for the nose, just to make it stand out a little bit. I feel like Mr. Extra Nemesis would have been a better hunter, or a better hunt. Yeah, what they did was, there's a monster in World named Val Hazak, who... His whole thing was that he, like, sprayed out a... like, a fungus-y stuff. A pollen that would give you a status effect, and so they changed it for the Resident Evil thing. They made the status effect he gave you being zombified. Okay. I let her skin mix the brown for her little antennaes. I do need a darker brown, maybe. And see, the good thing about watercolors is you lay down a color and you're like, I don't know if that's the right color. You can at least pick. Well, I'm not gonna rinse all of that off just because it's not completely the wrong color, but. So I want it to be a little darker than that. Just pick up some of the color that was there and go right over it. There's her little antennaes. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's what they... That's the thing about, like, collaboration things with Capcom. Unless the company that they're collaborating with, like, shells out probably some money to them, like the Witcher people probably did, to get, like, an actual boss put in. Otherwise, Capcom is just gonna... You know, like I mentioned before with, like, if they ever do a Mario crossover, I guarantee you what you're gonna do is it's gonna be a Tetranodon, because he already kind of looks like Bowser because he has a big shell. It's gonna be a Tetranodon that is just extra big. That's gonna be the gimmick, and once you beat him, you will get, like, Mario's, like, a Mario outfit. Like, they don't... Capcom otherwise doesn't put a ton of... I don't want to say they don't put in a ton of work, but rather they don't like to make new assets. The Monster Hunter team does not. They don't like to make new assets if they don't have to. They like to repurpose their assets. And I mean, I don't blame them. That's like... That's just good game development. To, like, be able to efficiently and effectively use your existing assets. So that's why I never expect anything too wild from, like, collaboration things. Like, it was so surprising that The Witcher actually got, like, a bespoke boss. Like, that's unheard of with Monster Hunter. Give her sort of a washy colored wing. Give that sense that it's maybe a little transparent, like a bug wing. I don't think Nintendo can't just send them a model. That's not really how video games work. They can't just be like, all right, here's the model. Stick it in. Like, there's there's work that has to be done to, like, convert a model to depending on, like, what engine it's running in and the way the rigging of it works and stuff. And you know, I don't think they can just send a model over. It's not how video games are made. Alright, you get some wingies, and we'll do a little bit darker for the top part of the wingy. Little bit darker, just a little bit. I haven't seen V3 and SSX blur then. No, I don't know what that is. Top loading. GameCube ports have just straight Mario models and Nintendo most likely sent to EA. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they can't send them a 3D model, like, and it can't be put into a game. Like, that is possible, but the thing is that they have to probably do a ton of work to make that 3D model work properly within their engine. And also, especially, I mean, like, I think in terms of infrastructure, too, between, like, you know, like, the engine that, like, any Mario game is made in and the RE engine, too. Like, the model would have to have work done to it, and the likelihood that just based on what I know about the Monster Hunter team, the likelihood that they are going to want to put in, or just have the capability and time to put in the effort for that is Yeah, I'm not saying it's, like, not possible, but it's just based on what I know about the Monster Hunter team, unlikely. Oh yeah, like, it's entirely possible that, like, any 3D model would have to have its, like, skeleton completely redone, like, for all we know. Like, who knows, like, the, like, crazy amount of work that may, like, have to go into something like that, you know? Let's add her teeny little bit of eyeshadow, why don't we? Little tiny bit of blue eyeshadow. Go. That little tiny bit of eyeshadow she's got. Alright. Oh, we gotta do the inside of her mouth, too. And the skin is dry. We can add her little orange dots. A little robo pseudo blush. I just Hello, Xeon. Welcome. It's wonderful to see you. We're doing some painting. That good? For a little orange? Oh, you can hardly see it on the camera. Wait. Ugh. Oh gosh, you can hardly see them, but I promise there are orangey circles there. You guys can't see it. Webcam is so... Ah! You love the avatar with the dumb mustache and the Destiny Island music, thank you. You love it? Excellent. I promise it looks even better in real life, because the colors are vivid. You can see him? Okay, good. Alright, is that everything we can do for now? Just because everything else is either white or black, and we, unfortunately, if y'all were not here for the beginning of the stream, if any of you watching were not here at the beginning of the stream, I don't have any black paint. Because Amazon sent me the wrong color, and then I had to reorder it, and so it's not here yet. So, I think that this is... Oh, we can do the inside of her mouth. Can't forget that. Do the inside of her little mouth. Just mix them all together. That's how pigments work, right? If only. If only. Let's get... That way you just get brown. Do that. And this palette already has 2 browns, so I don't even need that. Should I have done the light color of her tongue first? Yes. Did I do that? No. Why? I'm a dum-dum. This is why. Now we have to wait for the darker color of her mouth to dry. But yeah, otherwise... Well, we can at least... Here, we can do... Yeah, fill in... I usually fill in the line of the lash line. I usually fill that in with pen. Like so. Isn't it wild how, like, once you do that, suddenly the character is, like, really there? Getting that lash line established on an eye, it really, like, oh, bam, that character's alive. The current state of the Honey Woman plush? I can show you if you want. I'd have to get up because she's, like, over... Not on this table, but I could show you if you would like to see it. If everyone wants to see a fun plushy sneak peek on stream. Mouth colored. Alright, well, since everything was so Honey Woman themed already, let's take a look at the plushy version of her and how that's coming along. Be warned, everybody. She's headless. Oh, the gore and viscera of a headless corpse. Huh. Arms are attached. Yes, one Mario Bro has not only commissioned an art piece of Honey Woman, but also a plushy version of her as well that I've been working on. Arms attached, she's got her little hand. Cannon on the one side. I mean, it's flipped for you, so it looks like it's on the wrong side, but I promise you they're on the right side. No, she's not naked. No skirt yet. Skirt is still... Let's see. This is what her skirt looks like right now. It's a bunch of pieces. I have that on the shelf just above me out of the way. That's what she looks like currently. No head. Neck hole. Too hot for Twitch. Yeah, that's what she looks like right now. You got emotes finally. Ooh. Ooh, well, let us see. Yeah, I guess that's it for the drawing for now. Gotta wait for that black ink to, or black paint to come in the mail. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, look at your cute emotes. Ah. Oh man, if I was I'm looking at the chat through Streamlabs OBS, so it doesn't have, like, you know, when you mouse over it on desktop, you can see the bigger version. I can't see it. But even their little tiny versions look pretty good. Very lovely. Right, so I could possibly click on it. Yeah, you know what? I already have Chrome tabs open, so maybe I can. Oh yeah, it does show up. Nice. Progress on the head? None. No head yet. Wait. Do I even have the face over here? Progress on the head? Here. That's it. It's still in pieces. Circle. That's it. No head yet. That's all. Alright. Well, since our girl here is as done as we can get her for now. She's pretty much dry. I can turn the page without worrying about her. Yeah. What I can do is I did have something else in progress going in this book. I do have another piece that I was working on that is also waiting for some black ink, but does still at least have some other non-black parts that we could work on just for a little bit. Yeah, maybe just for the next, like, half hour. Just work on this. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna finish her up. I don't know when the paint's showing up, though. I'm not sure. I have to check the tracking on it. But this is a piece that I started. It looks all backwards for you guys. Imagine this mirrored in your imagination. Or to hold up your computer monitor to a mirror and look at it that way, and that's what it looks like. Looks cute, thank you. This is a fan art that I started of Nino Mai Inanis, who is a VTuber in the from the Hololive company that I'm a big fan of all of their VTubers. And since it is #mermay, which means that artists all have to start drawing mermaids in the month of May, I was just thinking, like, well, what can I do for mermaid? Do I have any ideas, like, that are neat for a mermaid or something? And I was like, well, Ina has for those of you not familiar, Ina is a girl that one day picked up a mysterious book and then grew tentacles out of her back. And she's this girl that has a bunch of tentacles out the back. And I think that's super cool. I love it. And so I thought, you know, could I do just like a mermaid sort of version of that where just like her legs are just the tentacles? Do like a Ursula sort of thing. Just as a fun fan art for Mermaid, and because I think Ina is a cutie pie and I love her. Yeah, I was. I did watch Gura's outfit reveal just before my stream. I did. What's the deal with the cat ears? She got an outfit option so she can have cat ears if she wants, which is cute. It's cute. Her outfit is like, well, so all of Hololive English's girls got new outfits and they're all amazing. So I've been watching all those outfit reveals and just being like, ah, they all look great. Yeah, Gura's outfit today, I was like, oh, I would totally wear that. It's so cute. We made an actual gun lance set. You using the corn gun lance? Is that still meta? Is it really a mermaid if it's an octopus? I don't know. It's all made up anyway. It doesn't matter. It's all made up. Yeah, her main, like, part of her outfit is black, and, like, her gloves are black. So I won't have to wait to be able to fill those in, but I can still color her tentacles and some of her purple details. I'll pull up a picture of her. Is it official that she's part cat now, or is she part shark? It's not... Don't think about it too hard. It's not a solid thing. Because also Kiara, one of the other girls in Hololive English, who is a phoenix, she also got cat ears with her new outfit. It's still... It's all Calvin Ball, doesn't matter. Okay, let's get up a picture. Looks like she's wearing a white mage outfit a little bit. She's wearing a... From what the description of her character is, it's a priestess outfit? No, Stamina Thief is alright. I love Stamina Thief. That's one of those one-slot skills that when I got room for it, I'll put Stamina Thief in. It makes the... It really tires the monsters out faster, and it's nice, especially in like a, you know, like with monsters that are very fast and jump around a lot, to tire them out. Like it's Stamina Thief, I don't know the hard numbers, but I personally, anecdotally, think it is excellent. Oh yeah, Coco! Coco is maybe my favorite Hololive girl. I love Coco just because she's just fucking nasty, and I love that about her. I love that the Hololive girls are not afraid to just be fucking nasty. On a gun lance? Oh, that's true. Does the gun... Because... Stamina Thief, I think, only does something if you're doing impact damage. So yeah, actually, I don't know if it would do anything on a gun lance. You'd have to look that up. I'm not enough of a professional to know the answer to that. Because I think Stamina Thief is only exhausts the monster when you're doing... Or, like, it makes your... You know, impact damage does exhaust damage, and it makes it do more when you have Stamina Thief on, I think. I use it a lot for hammer, for sure. And I made a set for the Ninja Sword and Shield. I made a Bludgeoner set for it. And since, like, you can play a lot with just using the shield, and that does impact damage, Stamina Thief is really good for that, too. Oh yeah, Coco, she speaks both English and Japanese because she grew up in America and moved to Japan. She speaks English and Japanese both fluently. And it's pretty funny, since a lot of the girls in Hololive, are either using Duolingo to learn English, like the Japanese girls have all been trying to learn English, and then all the English girls that don't already know Japanese have been trying to learn Japanese with Duolingo, and Coco is like, I'm gonna learn Spanish! And so she's been doing streams of just learning Spanish and Duolingo, and I think that's really funny. That, like, I don't know, that's funny to me. She's like, well, everybody else is trying to learn Japanese and English, and I already know those. I'm gonna learn Spanish. I'm like, yeah, fucking cool. Shout out to them Espanol bros. Oh yeah, when all oh yeah, that was a big ol' oops. I feel bad because this, well, like, you know, they eventually got it explained to them what it meant. So yeah, apparently, at least from what I heard, I can't speak Japanese obviously, but just apparently the way it's translated in the Japanese, like, just doesn't give any indication of what exactly is being said there culturally, you know? And they're just like, it's just because he says it in the dang sing-song voice. And the girls can't help but sing along with a sing-song voice. Yeah, I know Miko. Miko was like the first one that did it, and she's kind of the reason Hololive got, like, kind of hot in the West. Just because of literally that clip of her. Oh yeah, like, cause Miko played, she loves GTA apparently, and she played through it a second time on stream, and when it got to that part, she just looked at chat and was like, no! Everybody no! Cause she knew, like, if, you know, the managers, like, they heard about it, so they knew. And so she was ready the second time around playing it. She was like, no! Alright, is this... Yeah. I want a nice kind of bluish purple for the tentacles. Coco and another girl got banned. They weren't banned. It was just that they... essentially what happened is they were on stream and they were reading their channel analytics. And they literally just said the word Taiwan. And because they did that, and they both just happened to do it in, like, the same period of time. Like, they both just were reading their channel analytics on stream. And, when you say the word Taiwan, it makes certain people from a certain country very upset. So, yeah. So they took a break, essentially, because they were getting a lot of hate and a lot of threats and things. And it was very... It sucks bad, because Coco is still getting, like... Coco's still dealing with it and getting a lot of hate because they think she did it on purpose. Which she says she didn't, so... But literally all they did was just, like, read their channel analytics and acknowledge Taiwan as a place that exists. So, yeah. Why do so many companies bend the knee to China? That's a fucking good question. I mean, the answer is because they have a surging middle class, and companies see dollar signs. That sounds awful. Yeah, it really sucks. Like, Coco is legit my favorite VTuber, so it makes me really sad to see so many aunties hating on her because they are... Like, on one hand, I'm like, you know, they're bigoted and awful. For sure. But on the other hand, like, they live in an environment where they couldn't have turned out any other way, you know? And that's kind of sad in and of itself. Also a bit strange, though. If you think about it, it's a bit strange that they seem to... A lot of these, you know, these aunties in China seem to be watching the girls from Hololive. Even though I'm pretty sure that YouTube is banned in their country. So if they're so supportive of their own country and government, why are they breaking the law and watching YouTube, even though they're not supposed to be? Huh, Couldn't she just ban them? Yeah, but they, like, essentially attack her chat with, like, spam accounts. Like, they essentially, like, what'll happen, occasionally her chat will just get filled up with spam bots. And so, you know, she will, like, ban all of them, but it just, like, takes a minute because, like, 100 spam bots all show up at once. Yeah, it's called hypocrites. Yeah, that's literally it. It's a dookie. Yeah, I love Coco the most. She is my, for sure, favorite VTuber. She doesn't stream in English, like, too often, though, so, like... I can't always understand what she's saying. I'm gonna make a highlight right there. Should have thought of that when I started painting this tentacle, if I was gonna put a highlight in or not. The drawing I'm gonna send you, is it gonna be the actual size? Yep, I'm gonna... The painting you just saw will be cut out, laminated, and sent to you as is. Yep, that's what you paid for. Yeah, I hope y'all liked talking about VTuber drama for like 10 minutes or however long I talked about Coco. What if Disney had made a Kingdom Hearts having more of a Disney story than the Nomura story the series stuck with? I think that would have been more fun. Like, it probably would have... I would have been happy with a story that was, like, simple and stupid for babies to understand, as opposed to this story that makes no fucking sense and just is playing Calvin Ball. And I can't believe how dirty they did with Winnie the Pooh in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, what the fuck? They did him so dirty. Ugh. Oh, I'm running out of paint. I should have mixed more. They did not kill Winnie the Pooh. His world was just shitty, a shitty little mini game fucking... Ugh. The Winnie the Pooh world got reduced down to like 2 mini games that sucked. It made me so mad because I love Winnie the Pooh. I love Pooh Bear. They made his world suck so bad. His world sucked so bad. It was so lame. Or am I talking about the China thing? That too. Winnie the Pooh is an angel and doesn't deserve to be compared to such a person. But no, in Kingdom Hearts 3, Winnie the Pooh fucking... They just made his whole thing, his whole section of the game, like, they reduced it down. It was hardly anything. It was like 2 minutes of gameplay total. And it was these mini games that just sucked super bad, and you didn't get anything from doing them. You couldn't even just, like, talk to... Like, the characters didn't have any dialogue. I love talking to Pooh Bear and stuff, and they made it so lame. It sucked ass. It sucked ass. I love Winnie the Pooh. No, it wasn't a regular style world in the other games either, but it was always sort of just like a mini game world. The mini games in the other ones were A, more fun, and B, had like you developed a little story and like got to know the Winnie the Pooh characters and stuff, and it like had dialogue and cutscenes with them and things. In this one, there was like no, like you couldn't talk to anybody, and it was just ass. It was just ass. I love Pooh Bear. I wish they didn't make it ass. Well, Epic Mickey was a huge commercial failure, that's why. That's why it never crossed over. I actually wanted to play Epic Mickey when I was a kid too, when I saw commercials for it. I actually thought it looked pretty sick. But yeah, apparently it just turned out to be a huge commercial failure. Oh, the one really good thing about Kingdom Hearts 3 was the Toy Story world, though. They went hard. It's really sad. Kingdom Hearts 3 is just a sad video game, because, like, The Toy Story world is literally the first world, and it's so rich and so detailed and has like these unique mechanics that are really wild. And no other level has that. And as the game goes on, you can just see that like the levels become less and less interesting and detailed as they go, and you're like, ah, oh, I see that Toy Story World got made, and then development troubles, time constraints, whatever weird thing it was, caused everything else to not quite get that much attention. Ah, yes. Well, I mean, yeah, we're not gonna get a Toy Story game like that ever again. Toy Story is a, like, 28-year-old franchise. Like, it's a 28 years old movie, the original one. But yeah, that Toy Story level ruled, though. I spent so much time, like, going through, like, the shelves. Because they made so many fake toys to just, like, be on the shelves in the toy store. And, like, I just spent so much time going through and reading them. I think there was, like, Dissidia toys, just because they, like, you know, can do that. They could put that in there. It was really funny to see. Yeah, she's wearing a little sock and a garter belt on one of her tentacles. Because one of her human legs in her actual character design has like a sock on it. So I decided to put that sock on one of her tentacles in this. I thought it would be funny. It's kind of hard to mix like a good purple. Just because the blue, this intense blue color is so powerful. I always like accidentally add too much, and then it's like really hard to get enough red to actually turn it into like a proper purple. You have to remember to like add red first and then add the blue to the red. And then I gotta learn about this set of paints. Is learning about me paints as I go. You have fake American looking toys and suddenly you see Disgaea. Hey, they sell Nendoroids at fucking Target now, so whatever, man. Anything goes. Is this a good enough purple? Yeah, I should have just mixed a huge amount of purple in the first place, so I didn't have to try to match colors again. I'm kind of okay at least with like the back. Like I got all the foreground tentacles in one color, so I kind of want all the background ones to be a little darker anyway, so... don't know. I didn't think that the Disgaea toys looked too, like, wacky or anything necessarily. Because, like, it had that feeling of, like, a super fancy toy store. Like one... Like, because, like, it was this gigantic, like, you know, mall building, I guess. So it gave that feeling of being a super special, like, mega toy store. So I don't think it's that crazy that they'd have, like, you know, Western-looking toys, but then also, like, Japanese import toys. Considering it was meant to feel kind of special. And actually, what the thing that I thought was also interesting is they have Japanese-style ball-jointed doll supplies in that toy store. That's something I noticed right away. They have, yeah, they have, like, dolls on display, and you can see on the racks, they actually have, like, the like, glass eyeballs and doll wigs and stuff, which is a ball-jointed doll thing, and, you know, isn't really a thing that you, like, have here in Western toy store. Oh, is there... I never saw Toy Story 3. Is there Totoro? Or no, wait. No, I did see 3. I did not see 4. Yeah, I forgot how many Toy Story movies existed for a second. Didn't leave a highlight in that guy. Eh. I don't remember seeing a Totoro in Toy Story 3, but I did see it. I only saw it once, and it was in theaters when it just came out. Man, watching Toy Story 3 in theaters at that time, ooh, it felt so targeted. I mean, it literally was. It was targeted at literally people my age who were kids when Toy Story 1 came out. And then were just graduating high school when Toy Story 3 came out. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, hello, Colander. Yes, Toy Story. Yeah, I didn't realize that there was a Totoro in Toy Story 3. That's cute. I have a Totoro plushie that I found on the ground outside. Yeah, Toy Story 3's ending, like, I nearly cried in the theater watching that movie. Henry was with me at the time, too. I think we both were like, oh my god! Like, after watching Toy Story 3. It was not in a parking lot. It was, I was just walking down the street in one of the neighborhoods around, and, the little Totoro plushie was just dang face down at the side of the road. I picked him up and I took him home. Gave him a little bath. It wouldn't be so dirty. Give him a little bath, and now he's sitting on the bed. Lives on the bed now. You had someone in a Discord channel mention I saw someone steal a plushie. Oh, you cried at home alone at Toy Story 3? It would be hard not to. Oh, man. Like, I was at least in a theater, so I could sort of try to keep it together just to not cry in public. Being alone at home, I don't know if I would have been able to hold it in. Yeah, I didn't see Toy Story 4 because I just heard such mixed things about it that I, like, wasn't sure. I don't know. I mean, I don't ever really go to see movies in general because they cost money and I don't have any money. So I don't really like going to movie theaters that much, so I only go to see movies really if, like, my friends are like, hey, let's go see a movie. I never really just go on my own, so I never really ended up seeing Toy Story 4. But I heard a lot of mixed stuff. Like, people really had different opinions on, like, whether they thought it was good or really bad. So I was, like, not sure what to think about it. Wasn't sure if I should bother to go see it or not. Did you hear the rumors about Woody? Yeah, I heard Woody's like an asshole in Toy Story 4. How y'all feeling? I'm feeling alright. Well, it's tax day is coming, so I'm trying to deal with how I'm gonna probably have to give the government like $2,000, but... You even like Cars? Yeah. Cars, I'm like, that movie is for little children. That is not a movie that I'm going to care about. I could not I look at cars and I'm like, nah, that's alright. I have known people who really love cars, though. Around 12:48, so we'll give it another, like, couple minutes. And we'll close out the stream a little bit before 1, I think, is gonna be our plan for the night. You know, I never saw Brave. I actually wanted to. I, like, heard it was alright. I never saw it. It felt a little more traditional Disney. It's fair. I at least appreciate it for... I appreciate the movie Brave for introducing the bow and arrow toy to the princess toy aisle at stores. At the time when that movie came out... When did that movie come out? Well, when I used to work at a Target years ago. And, yeah, in the toy section there was just like a princess toy aisle. And I appreciated at least Brave, like, getting a bow and arrow added to that aisle as a toy. You feel like it was chasing the bow and arrow trend. Yeah, that was the big bow and arrow time period where everybody had bows and arrows. You had asked if we could hook you up with newly released Transformers. I had answered phone calls before about people looking for Transformers. And you know what we had to tell y'all people was this line of toys all has the same item number, even though they are assorted. So different characters would still be under the same item number because they are in the same toy line. Meaning that we cannot go in the back and pick out a specific one that you want. You have to just come to the store, and if it's on the if the one you want is on the shelf, then you can get it. Otherwise, we will not go digging in the back for one specific one that might not even be in there. I remember telling a guy on the phone that exact thing on the phone before. I also told a little girl on the phone the same thing about Monster High dolls once. Weirdly. go. Yeah, I always felt kind of bad that that's how, like, the toys were, like, kind of organized and shipped, though, because I was like, you know, I would, like, if I could know for sure that we had this toy and I knew exactly where it was, I'd get it for you, but just the way they send them to us and the way they number them, man, there's just no way for me to tell you for sure if we have one of the exact one you're looking for. Unfortunately. Alrighty. I think that's just about everything I can color without any black paint. Oh! Odin's Eye Gaming and Texas Tibbers, thank you for the raid! Oh, I was about to wrap up, too. I'm sorry that, you raided right at the end here, but we can do a little review of what we worked on, though. Aw, thank you for the 300 bits! Hey, Pride Bits! Big gay bits, gimme! Gimme! Popular girl, you got rated 3 times, yeah. Oh yeah, what does it say? Pariadox. Also thank you for the raid. Raid hype. Aw, well. Regardless, even though this is the end of the stream and I'm about to wrap up here, we can take a look at what we worked on today. Oh, you were co-streaming some mini painting? Cool. My painting went well. Yeah, I worked a little bit on this fan art. Ugh, whenever I look at the screen, it looks weird since the image is mirrored for you guys. Mirror this image in your mind, in your imagination, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of fan art of a VTuber that I'm a fan of. Normally, I'm a VTuber, but since I had to use the webcam for showing you this, I couldn't use it to make her move. Normally, she moves around. Not today, though. But yes. And a fan art of Ina from HoloLive. A bit of a... I was trying to think of something to do for Mermaid. So I was like, if I... Oh yeah, she's one of the big-time VTubers. And I love her design. Static VTuber, still good VTuber? Yeah, all VTubers have PNG days. I believe that's what they say. Yeah, and drew a little art of Ina for Mermaid. Well, thank you for the follow, Pariah Docs. Thank you. Yeah, I figured since she, you know, has a tentacle... has some tentacles that sprout from her back. I thought maybe to do her as a bit of like a octopus mermaid would be kind of fun for Mermaid. Unfortunately, the one thing that got in the way today was that I don't have any black paint right now, and it did not arrive in the mail in time for this stream. So she's still got parts that are uncolored because I need the black paint. And, ugh. And then we worked on part of an art commission that also needs some black paint, so it's not done. But this one Mario bro in chat commissioned this lovely lady here. So we were working on her just a bit earlier as well. These are amazing. Like, thank you. You saw the layout and totally called the VTuber energy. Thank you. I'm glad I give off that good VTuber energy. Well, yeah, those are the pieces we worked on. Hopefully my black paint will come in the mail sometime within the next week. I have to check the tracking. I don't know, but it's coming. And I'll probably finish these up and they'll get posted on the social medias, like always. Oh yeah. Alright, well, we're about to wrap up. It's getting late, and I need to eat dinner. Yes, I eat dinner at 1 a.m. Don't judge me. Anyhow, since we have some new people joining us, if you are not familiar with me or haven't heard of me before, I go by Ultra Pancake on most of the internet. You can find links to my work up above my little... You can find links to my stuff right along here or in the description below below the stream. I make plushies professionally, actually. I do art on the side just because I enjoy it. And I do take commissions for art as well, as you can see here. But mainly, though, my full-time job is making plushies. And so if you're interested in either the art you see here or interested in plushies of the possibly anime variety, then I would recommend checking out my work. I've been a plush artist for about 7 years now, so I've got a lot of, you know, neat stuff in my backlog that y'all might like. And I stream every Thursday. This is my regular weekly stream at Thursdays at around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time usually. I kind of just stream whatever I feel like it. I usually decide what I'm going to stream like 10 minutes before the stream starts. So, you know, I just kind of stream whatever. Been playing a lot of Monster Hunter. I mean, I play a lot of Monster Hunter in general, but especially lately since Rise came out, I've been streaming a lot of that. I've been doing some guerrilla streams, a little bit of sneaky random streams here and there of Monster Hunter during the rest of the week. But, yeah, but if you want to catch me for sure, every Thursday I'm here at around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't know what we're gonna do next week yet. This painting has actually been really fun, so depending on, I don't know, if I have anything that I actually want to do in Monster Hunter, maybe we'll play Monster Hunter, maybe we'll paint more, maybe we'll do something else, I don't know. We'll see. You have a good night as well, One Mario Bro. Thank you, as always, for donating and hanging out, and for commissioning me. So yeah, and thank you everybody for everyone who has watched it all. You're all beautiful. You're all very talented and very smart. And I'm proud of all of you. Alright, but that's it for me. That's it for me. I'll see all you stinkos in the funny papers. Alright. Bye-bye.